AI for SMB and AI for MSPs is not a growth opportunity. It's not a TAM. It is a survival game. It's going to bring, if you get on board, you're going to get all the benefits. But if you don't get on board on that train, you're going to be on the track and you will be run by that train.
82% AI adoption is there. That's in some shape or form, people in these SMBs are using AI. It could be as simple as just they're generating emails or some content in the marketing team with ChatGPT or Copilot or something else. But there are some people that are still stuck where it's not easy for them to deal with change. A lot of leaders feel pressure to do something with AI but don't know where to start strategically. What framework or mindset should they adopt to just take that first step and start kind of having that journey?
I firmly believe we're going to see a lot of compromises over the year of 2026 that are going to be a result of failed AI implementations because cybersecurity wasn't first, and that wasn't the foundation of the AI implementation. Security first, always.
Welcome to AI by Design podcast. Brings MSP leaders into real, unscripted conversations about innovation that actually works. Hosted by Kaila, it's focused on turning AI into measurable business impact.
AI for SMB and AI for MSPs is not a growth opportunity. It's not a TAM. It is a survival game. It's going to bring, if you get on board, you're going to get all the benefits. But if you don't get on board on that train, you're going to be on the track and you will be run by that train. So what I would say, the gap that I see is that everybody is trying to repeat what others telling them is possible and doable. You use it for writing, use it for this, and all of that is a beta. Is somebody else's usage of AI. It's not your shoes, it's not Sunny's problem, it's not your limitations. So take what is possible in a neutral way and be the alpha for your needs of AI. And that's why what Ocean Solution has been doing, we've been educating our customers into the possibilities of AI, just expose them with that kind of quick dose of this is AI and this is why it's here. And we step back. We let them in each department think about how they can leverage it into their daily challenges and bring it, because the use of AI for let's spend some time and money on AI could be useful for an R&D shops like us that trying to get our engineers to become AI enabled engineers. Fine, we're generalized and we're going to take this skill and we're going to apply it. But that is not the same approach that the SMB needs to use, because the SMB needs to apply these technologies within their industry needs. So all what I would say is our job is to educate and open the minds of the department heads and the people in our clients' day-to-day work for them to come back to us to let us use all of these automation platforms, from N8N to Roost to Copilot Studio to Power Automate to all the other methods to build them the agents they need. You know, the marketing agents you guys built over our workshop that we did was fascinating, and that applicable to 80% of businesses. Right? If you give that into the right hands, they could create miracles with it. I mean, if it was in the wrong hand, like a business owner like me created good product, imagine it is in the right hands, what it could do.
Yeah, 100%. And one thing that we talked about from the state of AI in the SMB space in general. So if you look at MSPs being SMBs as well, because majority of them are in that category of SMB, like the bigger picture. And so a lot of leaders feel pressure. While 82% AI adoption is there, that's in some shape or form, people in these SMBs are using AI. It could be as simple as just they're generating emails or some content in the marketing team with ChatGPT or Copilot or something else. But there are some people that are still stuck where it's not easy for them to deal with change. And we talked about some, the Colby way of looking at what your kind of threshold is, or your basically when it comes to quick start. So not everyone have a very high quick start. And that's where people sometimes they struggle to take action, right? So the question is, a lot of leaders feel pressure to do something with AI but don't know where to start strategically. What framework or mindset should they adopt to just take that first step and start kind of having that journey as at least the first step towards that journey?
Don't chase the shiny object syndrome, as we call it, where the shiny penny or whatever you want to call it, that
Yeah.
AI, it's got its name in it. I'm going to go out, I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to run it, because it's AI implementation without strategy is a disaster waiting to happen. It's almost always not going to work, or you're going to end up with a bunch of shelfware that's sitting there just hitting your credit card every year for the renewals, and it's not going to work properly. The other thing is cybersecurity has not changed because AI has come. If anything, cybersecurity has become more important than it ever was, because now we're talking about integrating these third-party AI applications into Microsoft 365 or into our CRMs or our ERPs. And there needs to be boundaries and there needs to be controls around that, because if it does something that you don't want it to do, or you inadvertently give it more access than it should have access to, you can end up leaking a lot of information and a lot of sensitive, important things that people shouldn't be seeing, they could see. So there's definitely that risk, and it's a real risk. So I will definitely say that anybody listening to this that's just buying AI things that are on the market, plugging them into their email or their other systems, and not doing it with a trusted advisor who has a background in cybersecurity, that's very dangerous, very, very dangerous. And I firmly believe we're going to see a lot of compromises over the year of 2026 that are going to be a result of failed AI implementations, because cybersecurity wasn't first, and that wasn't the foundation of the AI implementation. Security first, always.
100%. 100%. Security first, that governance. AI governance is really important. Otherwise, you will be able to leak a lot of your information to the internet. And I mean, there are a lot of other risks. And so adopting it with a lot of security first mindset is very important. And for that, you need a trusted technology solution provider who can guide you with the guardrails that you need to have before you have your team and your business do use AI.
So the plan is to start with working with current customers. I've already been talking to them about what's coming down the pike. They're very excited. I have them thinking about small automations that we can implement within their environment. Of course, looking back at it, I feel like there has to be an educational component to it. So we would like to provide training to our clients to understand AI, to understand prompting, to understand workflows and agents. So they understand what the capabilities are of it. Next, we're planning to implement some of the tools within our customer environments. So giving them access to chat, to their data, so they can access their data and look at it differently than they've done before. Then we'll help them to automate some small workflows. And eventually we're hoping to get to the agents to help them create agents to help their businesses. So that from, awareness and training to support along the way for our customers as they're working with these tools, a lot of hand holding. That's kind of our process to implement and gain confidence at the customer level. Once we do that, then we're going to be also offering training to prospects, kind of following the same process. It'll start with education and understanding of what its capabilities are, and then going from there to the chats, to the workflows, agents, and so forth.
Awesome. Yeah. And are you using, I know you have taken that journey to expand your capabilities for the growth. And congratulations on your growth team expansion there. You're doing a lot in
Thank
terms
you.
of marketing and your sales capabilities growing there. What are you doing in terms of kind of AI powered growth engine? Is there anything as your business priority, your business objective to basically empower your revenue engine with AI?
Yes, so we'll continue focusing on our MSP services as we move along, but primarily we're going to be focusing on AI services. We're trying to set up an AI agency which can help the customers with their AI needs. So our future marketing as well as sales initiatives, I would say 75% of those would be focused on AI because we just see it as such a huge opportunity.
Yeah, awesome. No, that's good. So you have a lot happening in terms of your improving service margins by prompting better, by implementing some AI agents to automate things, use cases that we talked about from QBRs to stuff that you're doing within your service delivery that's going to help you impact your service margins. And then you have the governance piece that you're working on as a priority so that you adopt with a lot of governance in mind. That's where I think a lot of MSPs and SMBs are making mistakes in terms of having the proper framework to adopt AI with the security first mindset and governance first mindset in general, from use policies to pieces that they need to have in place, what employees can do, what employees cannot do. And then you have a lot of thinking already going on with your go to market, and good to see that you are excited about the journey where a lot of people are stuck with fear that what's this going to do to me, and you are being very clear and very courageous to say, hey, I don't need to look at this as a fear, as an uncertainty. I'm going to go all in to leverage this as an opportunity.
Thank you for watching the AI by Design podcast. Stay tuned for more conversations at the intersection of AI, leadership, and innovation. Follow us on our channels and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.